Celine Dion and Peebo Bryson, the late Peebo Bryson, who passed away yesterday at the age of 75. Beauty and the Beast, 10 minutes past midday. It's the home of sugar, spice, and everything nice. My name is Yolanda Mulwa, and we have someone special here today. She wears many hats, or rather, she wears a big hat with many feathers on it. Lisa Christoffersen. How do I even introduce you? You're everything: a rally driver, an influencer, an event guru. What else? You do so much. And then the latest feather on that cap, Gor Mahia girl.
Wow. The patroness.
I saw you with Mama Ida Odinga at her house yesterday.
And you were Monday.
It was on Monday.
Yeah, Madaraka Day. We were celebrating Madaraka Day together.
Yes.
And Gor Mahia, the whole team came and brought the cup home. It was a fantastic day and a great day to celebrate.
I love it. So now we are going to be seeing you at Gor games, right?
Imagine that. And I got a T-shirt that every player signed for me.
Oh, Madam Gor wame diversify. I love it for them.
Kabisa?
Kabisa. So, Lisa, many times people describe you, like off the top of their heads, as an influencer. What is an influencer to you?
So, what is an influencer?
Yeah.
Is it the same as a brand ambassador?
Is it a socialite, the same as a socialite?
Well, the thing is that you are influencing not only a brand, a company, a corporation, but you're also influencing society because of your years of experience,
yes,
your influence in societies, in your CSRs, for example, as well. You know, I'm big into my CSRs.
Yes.
The Lionesses, our motto is drive for change.
Yes.
And that is very important, something close to my heart. So influencing is that you come with your opinion. And if companies come to me, I can only really influence if I'm passionate about the brand. And you know me and cars, I'm very passionate about cars. And
yes,
I would always say, okay, let's test this baby for a spin and see what it can do, how it can perform. So an influencer is many, many things. But I think that if we look at it, I was just doing some research today, that the power of influencing is actually extraordinary. So the influencing economy, it's actually valued at over $24 billion globally, okay?
Yes.
Showing its power in marketing and entrepreneurship. So companies out there really need to appreciate what is the power of influencing and to get a good influencer as well.
Yes. Do you think we understand the Kenyan market? Do we understand what influencing is? Are we heading in the right direction? And then we'll talk about your award. We'll touch on your award because I want us to keep reminding people that vote.
We're on campaign here.
The campaign trail started today on the show. So tell me whether you feel like Kenyan brands understand what influencing means, or
I don't think they do at all. If they do, they'll probably just think that, you come and take some pictures and videos and reels and you put it on your social media. That is a small percentage of what you do, because social media is indeed a very powerful tool in terms of marketing today. Everybody's on their phones, wherever they are, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, or Twitter. So, it is very, very powerful, but it's not only that. It's having those wonderful conversations like we are having now on air, reaching hundreds of thousands of people in a country. And that is also very powerful.
I love that. Beyond the likes and the follows. And do you think there's influencers who have have made or pushed for real change, social change in our community? And then maybe you can tell us some of the things that you're very passionate about, because Lisa, what can you not do? What can you not do? I don't want to brag for you, but I feel like you first dabbling in a male-dominated space. I feel like you're the only female team in the World Rally Series that we even had recently, right? And
there are others, though. There are other teams. I'll talk about the Lioness, the launch.
But the Kenyan one that we know is led by you.
It is, but there are other ladies teams driving as well. So I'd also like them to shine a little.
Okay.
Absolutely. So first of all,
yes,
thank you for the introduction. Lisa is my name, and it means life is so amazing. So we kick in some positive vibes here,
Yes.
Don't miss out. So all those positivity things are really important in life, because we get thrown so many things at us. Like, so every day we wake up, we're driving through life. We navigate through life, right? mara ingine tunakosa njia, tunapiga reverse, yeah? And that's what we often say to these young women out there. What you start, you finish. Get back on track and finish what it is that you've started to do or where it is that you want to go. So let me go back and talk to you about the Lionesses and why I founded the Lioness Rally back in March 2022.
Yes.
So in June 21, former CS Cabinet Secretary Amina Mohammed and former President Uhuru Kenyatta brought back WRC to Kenya after Kenya had lost out for many years. So the last leg of the WRC on the Sunday, I went with Waziri to Hell's Gate with the family, and we watched the leg. And I said to Waziri, "Wapi wanawake?" And she looked at me. She says, "I don't know. I don't see any." So I said, "Let me start Kenya's first all-women-only safari rally." Waziri said, "We call it the Lionesses." That night, the seed was planted, and I started figuring out, how do I put this rally together?
Yeah.
And a lot of, as you just mentioned, it's a very male-dominated sport.
Very.
And now we're also in a patriotic society, right? So I just went when the men started saying to me, "What the heck do you think you're trying to do?" And I went, "La la 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 la, sisiki."
Yeah. I can't hear you. I don't speak hate. I don't speak
your
hate.
language.
Yeah, I like that.
So we continued. And 9 months later, the Super Cub was born at Kasarani Triple S State. It was fantastic. 8 Kenyan female drivers, 8 Kenyan female navigators drove against each other, competed, including myself with the navigator. All our team on the ground, the timers, the controllers, the fuelers, the GSU, the police, Paka, the person driving the fire engine of City Council, wanawake peke yake.
Really?
It was phenomenal.
I love it.
It was amazing, actually. And we broke the bias, not only in Kenya, but in Africa. And we were on the front page of FIA's website. So that was an amazing accomplishment. And subsequently, female drivers, Kenyan female drivers were born from there. So you have like the Pauline Shegus, Tina Gatimu, and all of us were driving together in this year's WRC Safari Rally in Naivasha.
I love that. And when you're speaking about you influencing others, who has influenced you, Lisa?
So there are many people that have influenced me. I would say that, Amina Mohammed, who has become a dear friend of mine, she's influenced me in so many ways, in grace and in diplomacy. A female that has held 3 senior cabinet secretary positions in this country, an ambassador, for the UN, a lawyer, wakili, and just the way that she handles herself so gracefully. She's absolutely amazing.
Yes. I love that. I love when women want other women to shine, and that's what you're about. You do a lot. I want us to separate everything slowly. You had an event. You also have an event space.
I do indeed. It's called Lifestyle Gigiri.
Let's talk about Lifestyle Gigiri and what you and whether you have the same 24 hours the rest of us have, Lisa, because it feels like you have about 70 hours a day.
Well, honey, God gave you 24 hours. It's like, how do you use them? Use them wisely.
Yes.
But I do like to sleep. I do appreciate my sleep as well. That gives me the energy to continue the next day.
I love that. To recharge.
Kabisa.
To recharge. So tell us about Lifestyle Gigiri.
So Lifestyle Gigiri is a beautiful space, very zen, all garden, lots of trees, bush, nature. And we have a lovely fire pit area. So in the evenings, people can sit around a bonfire. So our recent gorgeous event was last Saturday, the 30th of May. We had the Country Roads live concert.
Yes.
At Lifestyle Gigiri, hosted by Jeff Koinange and Igunza. And it was fantastic. So we had wonderful performers, including Steve Rogers, Gianna, performing, under the stars. We also had a big screen. So for those that were worried about missing out on the Premium League, they could actually watch it. And of course, we could dance under the stars as well while the bonfire was blazing. So we hire out the space to events, to companies that want to come and do team building or to birthday parties. We've even had a small wedding there.
Yeah.
So anybody that wants to come for a beautiful event in Gigiri, DM me, guys.
The full hustler. I love you. You're definitely a Kenyan girl. Kenyans are always trying to make money. This is a cute interview. She's like, DM me, guys.
DM me, guys. Well, yes, India. If you can't beat them, you join them.
You join them. I'm going to call you Njeri from today when I see you.
No, my Kenyan name is Makena.
Bas, ndio, Makena. So DM Makena. She will help you. Lisa, let's talk about this award that you've been nominated for. Were you just as surprised as everyone else when you got the phone call?
First of all, it started with how it all began was Dr. Ezekiel Mutua one day called me and said, "Where are you?" I said, "Well, I'm at Lifestyle in Gigiri." don't go. I'm coming with somebody you have to meet.
Yes.
So he came and introduced me to this young Kenyan gentleman, myogenic Solomon.
Yes.
So Solomon told us his story that he was this young guy from Kisii that won a green card.
Yes.
So off he goes to America and he's watching all of these action movies and he was like, Mas, I need to get into the US Army, which he did. And he married and he's got 3 young sons. But unfortunately, and he went around the world in the US Army, which was fantastic. And one day, unfortunately, he had a parachute incident and damaged his knee. So they retired him from the army and he came home. And he wanted to do something different and give back to society. And being in the creative space, of which also Dr. Ezekiel Mutua is, as the head of the Music Commission in Kenya.
Yes.
They created MEMA, which stands for Myogenic Excellent Movie Music Awards. So what also happened was, you remember last year, the man in Kilifi who sang that song, Jambo, Jambo Bwan, he died. And he died a very poor guy.
Yes.
But his managers and other people benefiting from the royalties, they made money out of him.
Yes.
So this platform, MEMA Awards, basically is a give-back platform. So every vote is 100 shillings. And guys, you can vote as many times as you want, every day, and as much as you would like, okay?
Yes.
And it's a competition. So right now, I'm very proud to say I am leading.
She is leading in the votes.
Yeah,
and top influencer of the year.
So basically, what happened was they told me they're working on something very, very exciting of which they want to be part of.
Yes.
So Dr. Ari called me one day and said, we would like you to be a director on the boards of MEMA,
yes.
of which I was very grateful for. And we had a big ceremony at Amara Gardens, and we were like sworn in. It was very serious. And Bishop Kuna is our patron.
Yes.
And it was all done very, very correctly and properly, and I'm very proud to be a director on board of MEMA. But the surprise was suddenly, we have nominated you as the top influencer of the year in Kenya. And that is so, so exciting. And of course, being a rally driver and being competitive, we want to win.
You want to win.
See, what we start, we finish.
Tell us what you stand to get should you win, should you take this home. And I feel like you're halfway there. You're leading in the vote count. And also remind Kenyans how to vote.
Okay, I shall certainly do that. So, what I was saying earlier, that every vote is 100 shillings.
Yes.
Now, the person who's being nominated in whatever category, and there are many, many categories, as you will see if you go onto the memaawards.com platform,
yes,
gets 25% of every vote.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, you'd get a lot of money if you basically, like now I've reached 3,000 votes.
Yes.
You get 75,000 shillings.
Yes.
Okay. So you need to reach 200,000 votes, guys. So I need all those votes flying in to be able to win. And the winning prize money is 5 million Kenya shillings.
Yes.
And a new car, and also a ticket to the UK and a ticket to the US. So we gotta be there. There's girl power. Lazima.
What are you planning on doing with your money, Lisa?
That's my secret.
I know you're going. It has something to do with a car, though, right?
Possibly.
I think so. So we're going to come back and talk about something I'm sure many people are curious of. I'm going to give Lisa a small water break as we listen to Peebo Bryson's If Ever You Are in My Arms Again. And when we come back, we're going to talk about the Real Housewives of Nairobi and why someone describes you as messy Lisa, the bone collector. Apparently, you are low-key shady, Lisa.
Wait. But can I just first tell everybody how to vote?
Yes, please.
Okay, so guys, if you vote now, you dial star 657 star 13 star 324 hashtag. Shall I repeat that?
Yes, please.
So to vote for Lisa, top influencer, on MEMA Awards, dial star 657 star 13 star 324 hashtag. Looking forward to receiving those votes, guys.
Yeah, 5 million shillings. 5 million shillings.
And a brand new car.
That's all you had. You love cars too much, Lisa.
I do.
Any questions for Lisa? Send them to the short code 40127 or the socials at SpiceFMKE on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And you can also tag Lisa as well. What is your handle on the socials?
So my handle on Instagram is Lisa _ Christoffersen, and Christoffersen is spelled CHRISTOFFERSEN. Umeshika.
Tumeshika Makena, relax. Tumeshika. today we have Lisa Christoffersen, and I've told you she does just about everything. I want her to tell us what more she does, because I love something you told me off mic. Influencing is more than just clicks and follows, and it's about the social impact. There's ethics and responsibility that comes with that influencing title as well. Please speak more about that and what more you do in this great country.
Thank you so much, Yolanda. Exactly. There's that everybody needs to have a CSR, something. What is it that you give back? There's so much gratitude that we have every day. I just think for being alive, with all of the things that are going on in the world, the latest, the Ebola. So gratitude is something I would really like everybody to think about and to give back. So as the Lionesses, we give back by empowering girls. So recently, about 15 Lionesses did a caravan road trip from Nairobi via Kilifi into Taita Taveta.
Yeah.
And prior to that, wherever we'd go, I always notify the county governors that the Lionesses wanakuja.
Simba wanakam.
Tuko njiani. So we arrived in Taveta, and Gertrude, who is a CC on tourism from the county governor's office in Taita Taveta, had organized us to go and visit a girls' school, a secondary girls' school in Mahu, and asked her, why did you choose Mahu? Which I found out is in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, because I don't know where Mahu is.
So it's, from Voi, it's about an hour and a half's drive into the bush as if you're heading to Tanzania.
Yeah.
So she said, no, I went to that school. It was a boarding school, and in the middle of nowhere. And she said, all these young girls, young girl pregnancy, young girls marriages, because they don't know if there's a hope out there. Is there future? Other than just rudi nyumbani kulima shamba. So I said, bas tunakuja. So we spoke. The Lionesses spoke to 300 girls at the Mahu Girls Secondary School, and they could ask questions. The team, everybody in our team had an opportunity to speak and encourage them to, again, what you start in life, you finish. Meaning you finish your school, don't get pregnant and do not get married, and figure out your further education in life, which is so important. Yeah, today you see female pilots, you see female cabinet secretaries, you see female leaders, CEOs all around Kenya.
Yes.
The women are taking the space and they're taking the power. And that's what we want to encourage these girls, that when you knock on a door, do not get discouraged. Utagonga paka, that door opens, and don't take no for an answer. Okay? You have to be persistent and consistent. So that's what we do as Lionesses. And talking about the Lioness Rally, we are so excited. We have been invited to go and drive in the Africa Rally Championship in Rwanda.
Wow.
In July 2026, which is just in 3 weeks' time.
Yes.
So what we want to do is something different, not just jump on a plane and arrive in Kigali.
Yes.
We want to do a road trip, a caravan with all the Lionesses, and drive from Nairobi into Uganda, say hello to all the fellow Lionesses and queens of Africa there.
Yes.
And then continue our journey into Kigali, which will be super, super exciting, But we can't do this if we don't get sponsors. So I'm kindly requesting corporates out there, guys, we're a billboard on wheels. So, wherever the sticker of your company on our car goes, you go. We all go together. And that is something that, again, people don't understand, the influencing of being mobile and promoting brands on your vehicle.
Yes.
That is another amazing way to influence. When you look at WRC, the cars are plastered with stickers from all kinds of companies. Yeah, I'm not going to mention any names, but in case they won't sponsor us.
Yes.
But
I like you.
Kabisa. So we need corporate sponsors. And, by doing this one in July, it'll be about a 10-day trip, okay?
Yes.
Because we will be spending time prior to the rally in Kigali.
Yes.
We have to also do a recce.
Yes.
And then we do a 3-day rally. And then, of course, we stay on and celebrate a little bit and then drive back in through Uganda, spend a couple of days in Uganda. We want to go and see the chimpanzees and some of the other beautiful national parks, and then come back to Kenya. So this is really an amazing opportunity for companies, because we're giving you visibility in 3 African countries.
True. And even the work that you do with the girls, everywhere you go and you find girls, you speak to them. There's a lot the lionesses do. So I really hope that, members of the public, because members of the public are the ones who hold these spaces in these companies. When you're talking about the private sector, it's not the government, it is you and I. Someone could be listening and they tell their cousin, oh my goodness, Lisa and the girls are going to Rwanda. Team Kenya support, give them 3 million shillings here, give them 2
Brand
million
Kenya,
shillings.
KTB, the Ministry of Sports, Tourism, and Culture. They should all be supporting us. Even the CS of roads, because, we're driving on those roads.
Some are not roads, but it's okay to call them that.
We pretend, right?
Yes. But Lisa, tell us some of the hurdles you've encountered in the rally space as a woman, and also generally for the lionesses. Tell us about some of the things maybe we don't see. Maybe we see the glitz and the glamour, and we don't know behind the scenes. These are some of the hurdles you guys have to go through every single day.
It's very hard out there, and some of the guys out there think that we talk mechanics here, okay?
Yes.
Oh, these women, they know nothing, okay? And I'll give you an example, because as right now the lionesses have yet to own their very own lioness rally car. It's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming. So we hire cars. So this year we hired a Subaru N14 from somebody. And so when you hire that vehicle, it comes with a package that there's a mechanical team that are going to look after the vehicle and everything. And we have a list of all the specs that this car comes with, right? And we do a contract. So we did all of that. And, blimey, when we got flagged off at WRC, car number 57, where Shuka, Christabel and Lisa, we drove off heading to the first stage, and we didn't make it to the first stage. We were 4 kilometers away, and imagine both rear suspensions collapsed, broke simultaneously. Now, nowhere in the world have you ever heard this happen. I mean, one shock absorber to break. We understand it happens, okay? But this car hasn't even driven in the rally section. So imagine if we were driving at full throttle in a rally section and had rolled or driven into spectators or something. It could have been worse.
Yeah, dangerous.
So that immediately we retired the first day. Second day, the car was back and we drove again.
Yeah.
We drove into Loldia. We finished beautifully Loldia, a great stage, heading into the Kenjin stage, and mechanical problems. And we realized when Mashuka jumped out, opened the bonnet, that wires were loose. So the mechanics hadn't done their job properly. So that, again, I'm sorry to say, was pure sabotage. That these guys did not want us to finish at all. So that's some of the things that we experience. And it's very unfortunate. And it just teaches you again, we're not defeated. Now you've made us even stronger, because now we're more determined to raise the funds to get our own rally car and have our own female mechanics, mechanical engineers. And if anything goes wrong, we can only blame ourselves. We're not blaming a third party.
I love that about you, that you don't have a defeatist spirit. You just say tuendele tu Makena, tuendele tu kombele.
Tuko mbele kabisa. Wacha wakule vumbi yetu.
In an idealistic world, if you are to be given a blank check, Lisa, today, and told anything you want to do in the rally space, in the female motoring space, what would you do with that blank check?
So the Lionesses, we have a Lioness Rally Club, of which we're encouraging women in Kenya, around the world, can actually DM me and figure out, how do I register? Yes, there is a fee attached, and there is a fee attached because we only want serious women. Yeah, we want women that are serious and not wasting anybody's time out there, okay? So we have a rally club. What I would love to see is a rally academy, a Lioness Rally Academy. And that academy means it's not just to learn to teach you to drive or to navigation skills.
Yes.
Mechanical engineers. We need more female mechanics, mechanical engineers. You need promoters. You need somebody who can be that Lioness influencer who handles all the social media side of it all, okay? Then there's the fitness side. So you need also to have a gym. You need to have a nutritionist, because getting in that rally car requires mental and physical fitness. So, before the rally, I'm in the gym every day, kickboxing, getting strong, because you have to, because it's exhausting and it's grueling. You're strapped into that rally car and you are just kanyagaing. And it's hot because, these cars don't have air condition, and you've got your rally suits on and your innerwear and everything. So it's mental. I'd say it's mental health is also very important, because you have to be focused and just remove all the distractions from you.
I love that about you. I'm like, look at how cute she is. And then she's like, there's no AC. Me, you had me at there's no AC. Never will I ever be found inside a rally car unless someone put a bag of money, a stash, and I'm going in to collect it. There's a message here for you. Hi, Lisa. You can brand any company in Kenya, but don't brand... Oh my God, no, I'm not going to read that. Someone says, don't get into politics. Are you okay with supporting a politician if they said they'll give you the money? If that's what they're asking in I don't want to read the specific person that asked about.
No, we don't do politics here. So, but if somebody wants to donate money to the Lionesses, we will receive it with gratitude. I'll just say something that last year at... during the Jamhuri Week celebrations, we were sponsored by Digital Mara, a company, to take the rally car and be at KICC. And it was really interesting because I thought, this is Jamhuri Week celebration. There was nobody from sports. Yeah. I'm saying this loud and clear. Nobody from sports at all present. No sports person. We were the only team representing anything that had to do with sports.
Wow.
Okay. So Washuka and I were there with our team. And Waziri Rebecca Miano opened the festivities. Unfortunately, we didn't get to meet her.
Yes.
Though I had hoping she had to dash off. But at the end, the closing was done by His Excellency President Ruto. So we actually got a chance. We parked the car right next to where the president was exiting. So he had to say hello to the Lionesses.
How strategic. I love women. You did that on purpose. Very smart.
Well, I thought it looked good there.
In full view of the president, of course.
Of course. So we the Lionesses, I got to introduce the Lioness Rally team to His Excellency. And we told him that we were very excited that we were planning to drive in WRC Safari Rally. It just would have been nice if the president had said, how can I help? How can I support the Lionesses?
Very true.
Because proudly, if you look at a WRC Safari Rally, it is the most exciting WRC in the entire calendar for WRC. There are 13 WRC rallies in the world.
Yes.
But Safari Rally, here in Lazima, that is the most exciting. And even the drivers coming from around the world are very excited. So our president should be very proud that Kenya is the only country in the world that has a complete team of women drivers, meaning there's a woman driver and the female navigator, okay?
Yes.
There were other teams that had a female driver, but the navigator was a guy.
Yeah.
Another guy had a female navigator. But Kenyans, we were the only ones. Yes, again, like I was telling you, Pauline Shegu, and Tina Gatimu, all women too. So, it would be lovely if we could get some support from the president, proudly saying, hey, we are the only country that have a complete women team. Because, we're more interesting. I think we look better than the average guys out there. So, we're more exciting to have these conversations with, especially when you take that helmet off, like, ni mwana wake.
Angalia msupu, makena ni msupu. When did you know... When did you discover your love for cars, Lisa?
I've always had a love for cars, I have to say. My first big job when I was growing up was working for Scandinavian Airlines at Copenhagen Airport.
Yes.
And it was great because it was in those days where the airline was the handling agent for every single airline. So, you could go to Milano for an espresso, London for the theatre. And, because tickets were free. And in those days, we could even go jump seat. If the plane was full, let's go sit next to the captain and have a conversation.
Yes.
It was fun. And I lived in a tiny one-bedroom apartment. And guess what my first car was? It was a vintage Porsche 911 Sportomatic. I spent all my money, my whole salary went to pay off the mortgage for this 911.
Yes.
And I was very happy to live very humbly.
But you had the car of your dreams.
But the car was there.
I love that.
With the Porsche, with the engine, you have to sometimes really kanyaga it. So I would take it on my days off down through the Autobahn in Germany next door and just blast it because there's no speed restriction.
I love that. You genuinely love cars, Lisa.
I do love cars.
And
I love driving.
Yes. Can you fix a car? Can you take a car apart and put it back together?
A little bit. I'm not 100% mechanical.
Will you ever find you under the hood?
But you can indeed. And I'm good at changing tires too.
Okay. We are sold. So the answer is no to this question. Their number ends with 432. Would you take money from a politician to push their agenda in our country at the moment?
If absolutely, it depends on the agenda. I would just say here, and without hurting anybody along the way as well. We have to protect ourselves because being the lionesses, we are neutral. This is not a political party.
I love that. And I'm going to play one song. When we come back, Lisa is going to tell us about the reality television conversation. You guys left us thirsty. You left us with bated breath. We've heard that people saw you. You're nice. You're subtle, but you're shady, low key shady. Lisa,
is that so?
Someone said.
Ooh la la.
I want to hear you say that, and whether you made any lasting friendships during the show, and if you would be in another reality show given the opportunity. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
More with Lisa Christoffersen when we come back. Peebo Bryson, can you stop the rain? Talk to us at SpiceFM KE on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Peebo Bryson's Can You Stop the Rain? Can you stop Lisa Christoffersen? I think nothing can. She's unstoppable. And I can't wait for the lionesses to start the trip to Rwanda. You can tell someone who genuinely loves what they do because you'd have just decided to do soft life and cute it out and take a flight to Rwanda. Your cars are brought by another team and you all meet there. But this is not for sure. This is cars are your life, Lisa.
And it's an adventure as well. Remember, adventures are memories, and those memories is something that nobody can take away from you. True. And we love it, and the connections you meet along the way, the journey. And I just want to see the scenery, along that whole way. Nobody's done it. Well, I'm sure people have done it, but us lionesses have not done it yet.
Yes.
So tukunjiani.
To great adventures and sponsorship. I was going to ask you how did you find yourself on the Real Housewives of Nairobi, Lisa?
I know, imagine a girl that never watches reality TV. So one day I got a phone call from Carol. Hi, this is Carol from Young Rich TV. We would like to interview you. I said, for what?
Yes.
She says, the Real Housewives of Nairobi coming to Kenya. And I said, what is that? She says, there's a franchise. And now it's, from Hollywood to Nairobi.
Yes.
I hung up. Then she called me back.
You thought someone was pulling your leg.
Yes. So then she called back and says, please don't hang up. Just listen to what I have to say. And I listened to her and I saved her number. And then Nana Gichaga, a friend of mine, called me.
Yes.
And Nana says, Lisa, they've even called me. And I heard you hung up. So she said, why don't we just go and hear what they have to say?
Yes.
So I heard that's reasonable. So Nana and I, off we go. And I arrive and listen to it. We watch some Real Housewives of, Dubai, Lagos, Beverly Hills. And now we're in Nairobi. And I said, okay, I put my hand up. I'll agree to be part of this show, the Oni Muzungu, if I can be part of two things. And they said, what is it? If I can take the women rallying, okay, which I did.
Yes,
and I can
remember.
take them on safari and show them Kenya through my eyes. Because I'm also an author and I've written 3 books. 2 of them are comprehensive guidebooks on Kenya. So I'm proud to say that I have timbered Kenya thick and thin, north, east, south, west, up, down, everywhere.
You have 3 books, Lisa.
Yes. So 2 are comprehensive guidebooks on Kenya.
And then the third one?
Oh, it's the cutest little children's story. I wrote it in COVID. It's called A Monkey's Wedding. What happens in Africa when the sun shines and it rains at the same time? It's a monkey's wedding. Sine Baraka.
That's actually so true. It's a folktale.
Yes.
Yeah, the people have
folktale. Yeah. The monkeys up there on the clouds sprinkling us with blessings as they are celebrating their wedding.
I love that. Where can we find your books, Lisa?
So
Many
Textbook
surprises.
Center, Carrefour, Blue Rhino have some of my books, Serena Hotels and Lodges as well in their gift shops. So they're all over Kenya in various different places. Langata Link.
You're very intriguing. What else does Lisa do? No, we are going back to you are not going to get off the hook that easy. So you're in the Real Housewives of Nairobi. Everyone is so dramatic. We can see you are not about the drama, but you stick it through. You're just there, just minding your business. And what was the experience like for you?
It was really, really interesting. It was very engaging. I was just trying to be myself, you know, and Minnie and me, we ended up being like Tom and Jerry.
McKenna and Jerry.
Can you imagine? Yeah, exactly. Especially with Minnie not be able to pronounce the R's.
Yes.
It was quite fun. So we had a lot of shade backwards and forwards between the two of us.
Yes.
But, and I knew some of them were doing this on purpose and were instructed by production, okay?
Of course, for the drama.
They want the drama and they want the shade and all of that. But however, I'm really grateful that I stuck it through. Season 1, I survived. Yes. And I took the women rallying in Machakos at the People's Park, which was really, really fantastic.
Yes.
So after one of the RX rallies, the guys were all lined up and each housewife jumped into the navigator seat. And remember, Minnie jumped in and I'm like, Minnie, put your boob back in. You know, her boob fell out. So it was so funny. And they had GoPros in the car.
Yes,
and
yes.
you see the women screaming because I told the guys, don't kanyaga the brakes, just kanyaga too. Just take them, spin them around that
You
track.
wanted to give them a fright.
They did, yeah. But at that point, Vera Siddiqa was pregnant. So I just took her for a spin. At that time, I was the brand ambassador for the Mobius.
Yes.
And I drove down in the Mobius. So we went around the track gently, not too fast for Vera, but at least, you know, so she felt part of the excitement. So it was really good, actually. And out of it, I would say, I got a little spice for the film industry.
Yes.
So I decided I'm going to work on my own reality TV show, which is going to be adrenaline, adventure.
I cannot
mean,
wait.
all those ingredients
And
that you want.
And Mine. Please, can she just at least make a cameo? You know?
She can.
Even once, just one day for the drama.
Absolutely.
Remind us how to vote again. We have 4 minutes to the top of the hour. That's the news. Remind us how to vote. We have to help you secure this money. I feel like you're going to put it to good use. I feel like something about a car is going to happen somewhere in there, Lisa.
Yes, absolutely. It's happening. It's all happening. You know, as I say, the light is there at the end of the tunnel. So, guys, to vote for Lisa Christoffersen, dial star 657 star 13 star 324 hashtag. I'm going to repeat that. Dial star 657 star 13 star 324 hashtag MEMA Awards. And in advance, I want to say thank you so much for voting for me. I need to reach 200,000 votes to win that 5 million and that brand new car and those tickets to the world carrying the Kenyan flag. You know, as I just told you, Yolanda, you know my melanin's on the way. It's just stuck in DHL.
That's actually what she told me when she came in. You're such a ball of energy and good energy, positive energy. Tell me one word that would best describe you, Lisa.
Life is so amazing.
Life is so amazing. Absolutely love you. The full conversation is going to be uploaded on YouTube in case someone wants to watch all of it. Maybe they were busy, they didn't catch it. And of course, we can follow you for more give us your handles on all the social platforms.
So Instagram is Lisa_Christoffersen, and I'm going to spell Christoffersen for you. It's CHRISTOFFERSEN, Lisa_Christoffersen, and it goes into Facebook as well. You'll also find me on LinkedIn, Lisa Christoffersen, and on X.
We love
so
you,
thank you
Lisa.
so much. And, you know, I will personally respond to any positive DMs.
Yes.
And any sponsors, of course. I'm happy to come and have a coffee with you.
She said even a political party, she does not mind. Just throw the money at the problem. She just throw your money at the problem. It will be put to good use. And also you will be supporting a very, very hardworking female rally team.
And also, I would say we'll be telling the story because we have a media team with us that's going to document this whole journey. And, you know, that in itself could be part of a mini reality TV series.
Oh, that would be exciting. That would be exciting. So remind us the day again, the dates.
So it's beginning of July 2026. So we actually, in exactly 1 month, we should be on the road, en route to Uganda.
Okay. So thank you so much, Lisa. We're going to stand by for the news in the next few, but our news might be late. I'm being informed. So I don't know. Yeah, I will see Lisa off. No, we're going to take pictures and videos.
Exactly.
See you on the other side of the clock and vote.
Thank you.